North-South Connection. Welcome back to the most extreme menage a trois of violence you'll have experienced here on the Extreme Through by Dance, JT, Jenny, and Matt Souza, going through the history of ECW wrestling. We started in February of 1994. We are here knocking on the door of June 2000, the final stretch of ECW history before the promotion closes down at the end of the year. And this podcast is simulcast audio on most podcast applications, except for the worst possible choice of ECW redubs, and that's Spotify. That doesn't make sense, but I'm trying to compare it to
Not at all.
the worst possible link because it's the worst possible streaming service.
That's true.
Then we're not there, but we're everywhere else under North-South Connection. This is also available video format on YouTube. Subscribe to North-South Connection. We are in the wake of the Royal Rumble, careening toward WrestleMania season. Well, it is WrestleMania season, careening toward WrestleMania. That means we're going to have a lot of great content, both old school Mania, current day Mania. Just subscribe now, get on it, and let us know what you like, what you love. Share, subscribe. We appreciate it. We are hustling toward 1,300 subscribers, which we appreciate everyone that's already subbed now and joining us on this journey. And you can, maybe it's Jenny's Journeys, like the old game. Never mind. I shouldn't assume Matt played Jenny's Journeys. I'm guessing that was pre your.
I don't have a fucking clue what that is.
Jenny, did you play Jenny's Journeys at least?
I lived it. I mean,
you didn't play Jenny's Journeys?
No, I don't know what that
This
is.
sounds fake, is what this sounds.
Oh my
like.
God, no, it's not fake.
That is
An educational video game. You want to guess what year it was published in?
I don't know, the 40s.
I never feel as old as when I'm talking to idiots.
1988.
1984.
Oh, shit. I was born in 91. In what world did I have fucking played that?
I still played it. Listen, it was published by MEC, who is, I believe, the Minnesota Educational Computing Consortium. They were they were also had founded the Oregon Trail, so it's the same group that did
See, that I've played.
Yeah, okay. This was released with the Apple II computer. Players would use a compass and a map to navigate a car containing the protagonist, Jenny, through a pixelated town. The player acting as Jenny provides directions at each intersection while the car's owner, Aunt Jenny, rides along. The objective of the game is to successfully travel from point to point while using a map, and there are 3 levels of difficulty. This was my computer class, people. Like,
not much
nowadays,
of a journey.
People are on fucking computers in every class. For me, I had to go to the computer lab and put a floppy disk in this Apple II computer.
Same.
And maybe get to play Jenny's Journeys or Carmen Sandiego or Oregon Trail.
It's only 3
or
levels.
You just gotta press the big buttons to pick
Why
the
are
numbers.
you saying Oregon?
Oregon?
It's only 3 levels.
We're gonna head on down to Oregon.
Southern Rhode Island.
Fucking Oregon. Fucking Dutch.
I also use GPS to go everywhere. So I mean,
right.
That kind of checks out.
I think you should sue. You were the original Jenny's Journeys.
I should.
You just call it your journey. If
Was
you
it like a
that.
little character, like a little Jenny character? Did you
I think you were like from the point of view, I believe.
Oh, so you never saw her. Okay.
There were NPCs in the game you could transport as well. It was a fictional town of Lake City.
Lake City, Oregon.
Oregon.
Oregon, I think is how you say it.
There is a great video out there on YouTube about the history of the Oregon Trail.
Okay.
Like the game or the actual trail?
How was the game itself. Anyway, I'm just trying to educate. That's all.
I learned something.
This is why the millennials are stupid, like Matt Souza. So you gotta the elder millennials are where it's
Tell
at.
me something I don't know.
Because I understand how floppy disks go. You may have floppy. We got 3 episodes of TV to go through today. We're going to start with the May 27, 2000 installment of Hardcore TV. And we open cold in Gwinnett, Georgia. Is that how I pronounce the gender? I don't want to get it wrong. Gwinnett, Oregon. Gwinnett. You want to Gwinnett?
Wow.
We're going to have the Deep South lesson of the week now.
Let's go.
I'll get a message from Chad in the morning, I'm sure. It's not pronounced Gwinnett.
I'll let him handle that.
All right. Well, anyway, the Baldies are out for our opener, and they're taking on Nova, Chris Chetty, and Kid Cash. As they come down, Angel gets in the face of a fan. We go to an very extended, our usual extended Hardcore TV opening animation where they have to be sure to kill 5 minutes out of the show.
Right.
With this music video. After that, we come back. Nova, Chetty, and Cash are in the ring. Joey takes us to a clip of Steven Prazak trying to talk to Credible and Francine from TNN last episode. Back to the ring. DeVito and Chetty are talking shit. We get a shoving match and start to hammer away. Chetty gets a flurry of offense, mixing in some kicks. Tag Nova for a double team. Joey knows that Chetty and Nova are top contenders for the vacant tag titles. Angel's in. Nova and Chetty work some more double teams. Grimes charges in the ring, cuts them both down. Nova flies in with a springboard Rana. Drop kick clears them out. Nova and Angel slug away outside. Cash flies into Grimes with a somersault senton off the apron. Cash follows with a slingshot drop kick, springboard plancha into DeBaldi's to a pop. Back inside, Nova and Chetty double up on Angel, knock him back to the floor. Cash and Grimes fight outside. They head in. DeVito smacks Cash with a chair. Grimes sticks with a backbreaker. DeBaldi's get to work. They put Cash in the soup. DeVito gets a near fall on a middle rope elbow. DeBaldi's continue to mug and grind on Cash. Can't put him away, though. Cash tries to come back with a clothesline. DeVito counters that to a stiff Uranagi for 2. Cash dodges an Angel charge in the corner, stumbles into tagging Nova. He cleans house. Nova shoves Grimes into the chair in the corner and then hits a slap drop on DeVito and a double DDT on Angel and DeVito into a spin doctor, but Grimes makes a save. Chetty's in and mashes Grimes with a sidekick and then sets up a chair, but misses a spin kick off of it. DeVito smacks him with a chair. Cash and Nova hit a high-low on DeVito, but Grimes comes in and levels Cash, slams him. Grimes goes up top. Cash meets him with a Rana, and Nova and Chetty finish with the title wave to a pop and a pretty fun TV match, Jenny. It was good, proficient work by all 6. Nice win for Nova and Chetty. They're building the momentum. Cash is always good. And even the DeBaldis were fine. You know, we keep waiting for them to leave, but they keep staying and doing different things. So good for them. I went 2.5 stars on this opener.
Yeah, I keep waiting for them to leave too. What's happening? Why is Cash by himself in a tag team
match? I don't know.
Did I miss that? Like, I feel like
I think it's just a random 6-man. That's all.
Nobody admitted it. Yeah, it was fine. You know, I'm at 2.5 too. I just did we forget about the tag titles? Like, we keep talking about them being vacated. We keep talking about Just Incredible throwing them down. We keep talking about these fucking same teams over and over again, and then we do nothing.
It is getting old. It really is getting old. Like we need to have some kind of movement on tag.
We have Cash here just randomly.
What are we doing? Like, why are we still?
What is happening?
Yeah.
Is it to like? There's no like a tournament. It's not. There's no like mystery. We keep having these same matches. I just don't understand why there's no growth here. So that's where I'm at, Maddie.
Yeah, I mean, I went 2.25 on this, and I knocked it a little bit just because, holy Christ, that heat segment on Cash was way too fucking long. Good Lord. And I think the only reason the Baldies are still around is kind of to your point, Jenny. They don't have many people for this tag division right now, so I think that's kind of why they're like. I'm guessing the Baldies weren't supposed to be around as long as they are, but then the tag division got super weak, real fucking quick, so they stuck around just to have.
And they're fine. I really don't mind them. I actually like them better being away from New Jack. Like it's been much better just having them do different stuff. Not to cross streams too much, but like on Wrestling Warzone, when Chad and I go into the Monday Night Wars, we're in summer of '97. And we're shocked that like Mortis and Wrath like exist in the universe outside of Glacier, and they're just having other matches, and it makes more sense. I feel like the Baldies were so tied to New Jack forever that I felt like they were only there to fight him. And now it's cool seeing them just interact as a team in this tag division. I think it's a fine use, and they've been okay, especially once they stabilized with the 3 guys. I feel like it was like in and out. Yeah. We had PN News, we had Vito, like we've had different guys, but like once we just have these 3, it feels like we stabilize things.
How dare you make me remember that fucking PN News was here. But yeah, and again, to Jenny's point, I just think the tag division is just stuck in fucking neutral right now, and we have no movement on anything regarding the tag titles. Like, they keep mentioning that, oh yeah, he threw the belt down. Did he like throw him in the fucking trash while he was there too? Like, it's just so weird. It's weird. I don't understand it. Yeah, so I went 2.25 on this.
So there's Doring and Roadkill. There's
Chetty and Nova.
Chetty and Nova.
Yep.
Diamond and Swinger now.
Diamond Swinger, which we'll get to.
Dangerous Alliance.
Yeah, where are these? Where are those?
The Baldies.
Yeah, like it just. This is weird.
You have enough teams to throw the belt on somebody at this point.
Yeah, I don't know why they're not just doing a quick 4-team tournament or something.
It's Doring and Roadkill.
Yeah.
Yeah, they deserve it. I don't know why that is hesitating. Or even Nova and Chetty, I think, have grown enough like to where you could strap. I mean, Nova's really over. And Chetty's like no longer terrible.
I would love to have a definitive match between those teams.
Yeah.
And that be it. And then let's just move forward.
So it's one of these weeks when I work in a Grimes Elon Musk joke into these all these matches. Joey's in the nest. He runs down the night ahead. Diamond pairing up with Swinger from TNN. We see a highlight of that. Joey's in the nest. He talks about the vacant tag titles and a sexy Dawn Marie photo shoot that's up on the website. Stephen Prazak tries to talk to Tommy Dreamer. That's from TNN. Joey then narrates clips from Hardcore Heaven with Rhino's attacks on Sandman and Lori. Cyrus heads to the ring. He's got Kanemaru with him. We had to break. We come back. Joey's ranting about how much he hates Cyrus, but they have to let him speak. When Cyrus says he's going to make Kanemaru the new international #1 contender to the TV title against Rhino. Cyrus says if Rhino's the champ, Kanemaru is the top contender. The network has the belt either way. When anyone wants a shot at Rhino's title, has to go through Kanemaru. Enter Sandman, fires up, and the icon himself heads through the crowd, chugging brews. We had to break. Any quick thoughts on the promo, Matt, before we get to the match?
Yeah, not much. It's just fucking weird that Kanemaru was a guy we hadn't seen in like 2 years at this point, and now he's back and he's a fucking #1 contender. Okay, sure, great.
It's like Cyrus's Japanese bodyguard, I guess.
Yeah,
absolute same thoughts. I'm like, what? He looks like shit. He looks terrible.
Awful.
He looks like Japanese Angus. I think we talked about that.
Yeah, I know. It's just he has like Bam Bam's like fire stuff on him. I'm like, stop. Like
someone needs to put that fucking fire out.
I just it's not great.
Well, after break, we are back, and Sandman is taking on Kanemaru. He gets in the ring. Joey talks about Kanemaru's hardcore experience at FNW. Sandman steps up to him and loads a cane. But Kanemaru lands a jab at the bell, throws him to the floor, beats him out there, puts Sandman on a table. He goes up top and flies off through the table. Kanemaru shoves another table in the ring, but Sandman's up and meets him with right hands and whips him into the railing. Back inside, Sandman lays in some fists. He sets up the table, knocks Kanemaru onto it with some punches, goes up top and puts him through the wood with a swanton for 2. Sandman follows with a Heineken Rana, but is woozy, and Kanemaru rolls him up for 2. Kanemaru's wife is apparently at ringside and canes Sandman. Kanemaru gets a roll up for 2. His wife swings the cane again, but hits her husband, and Joey says Cyrus is just doing this to poke fun at Lori. Sandman kisses Kanemaru's wife, dodges a cane shot, and finishes with a white Russian leg sweep. This was just basically a bar fight. Very confusing ending with Kanemaru's wife, who was not very good. I don't know if she's a Japanese women's wrestler or not, or just happened to be around. And they used her just to do the digs at Lori, but this didn't really connect. But Sandman does earn another match with Rhino, so good for him. Star and 3/4, Jenny, for this rugged bar fights between Angus and Sandman.
Rugged is a strong word.
That's a word, yeah.
Sloppy.
Rubenesque.
Drunken. Some other words. I don't know. They hit some cool spots, but this is largely annoying. If I'm being honest, I didn't like it. Kanemaru's wife was pretty interesting. I don't know who that is, but I don't know. That was all right. I just don't care. I just don't care. Because of the cool spots, I did 1 3/4 stars.
Yeah, I mean, I went 1.5 on this, and honestly, I could have been talked into going lower. Like, there's just nothing here. Like, why is Kanemaru being keeping up with Sandman and getting the upper hand when this match starts and putting Sandman through a fucking table? Like, it just doesn't make sense because he's been gone for 2 fucking years. We haven't seen this guy, and now all of a sudden he's being treated as an equal to Sandman. So I don't understand. The point of this was I think it should have been a squash and Sandman just fucking killing him for like 5 minutes. So yeah, not great here. So 1.5.
Because the point is to get back to Rhino, right?
Yeah.
It's just dangling out there for 800 years now. So why not give him like a fun win? I don't know. I don't get it.
Yeah, I think it's just. I think sometimes we find ourselves overanalyzing the hardcore TV filler stuff.
Imagine.
Yeah, that's what we do. We also get clips from TNN of Balls Mahoney and Tanaka. Balls is backstage pulling tacks out of his arm, talks about how WCW and WWF make jokes out of hardcore wrestling And tonight had nothing to do with belts or paychecks, to do it for love, and anyone who wants to be hardcore can come face him. Joey speechless in the nest from that, the tax in the arm. We then head back to the ring, which this really, forget the ballies. I cannot believe Dusty Rhodes is still here. I mean, good.
Never left, baby. Been here the whole
Thank God.
through all space and time, continue.
bull of the wool.
I'm going to head on to Oregon. He is taking on Jack Victory, which is a match you'd expect on WCW Saturday Night in 1987.
Fucking Christ.
I don't know if he's here longer. I feel like they just kept using him until he like lands back somewhere. Like it feels like it was like, yeah, all right, whatever. You want to pop by, we'll use you.
Yeah.
I think his like proper stuff is done, and now he's just kind of in and out.
Mm.
I don't remember when he shows back up in WCW. Like I know he's there for the final stretch.
I want to say it's like January of 2001 is when he finally shows up.
Oh, okay, so he's going.
We got some time.
Yeah, so we might see him, I guess, until the end of the year. I don't know. We'll see.
I
know he was running
it just for fun? Like, is it just like?
I mean, I'm sure he's getting paid. I know he's doing it.
Oh,
I mean, I was Paul paying many people. I mean,
no, he's not stiffing Dusty Rhodes. I can tell you that much. Like, he's paying Dusty Rhodes. Simon Diamond may be getting stiffed, but Dusty Rhodes is not. All right, Dusty heads out for a bull rope match. The match is in progress after the break. Dusty is already bloody. He slings Victory to the fans. He follows out with some heavy elbows. Victory's bleeding now after a cowbell shot. Back to ringside they go. Steve Corino is watching from in the ring. They roll inside, and Dusty peppers him with the bell, elbows the cut. Corino comes in with a second rope, but Dusty ducks it. He cracks Victory with the bell. Dusty takes out Corino and drops the bionic elbow for the win. This is more of a fight and a segment, I guess.
Mhm.
But I'm never going to turn down like Dusty in his element. The crowd was loving it.
Yep.
Pounding on old Jack Victory with a cowbell. Like to me, it's, you can never have too much cowbell, right? So to me, it's it worked. So I went 2 stars. It's Dusty, and I don't know if we'll see him again. Like, I mean, this is it. So enjoy it, I guess. But for me, Matt was more of a kind of a fun relic than anything that's driving any specific storyline.
Yeah, I mean, I went the old gentleman's 2 on it. It was totally fine. Like anytime I see Dusty Rhodes in ECW, I'm gonna pop for it. So, and I'm done saying I think this is it because every time I think it's it, he fucking shows back.
We are in Georgia too, so maybe it's just when they're looping through in the South because
right.
that's where he debuted. I think weren't we in Atlanta when he first showed up?
I think so.
Way back in the beginning of the year as part of the network stuff.
But yeah, I mean, it's fine. Gentleman's 2 for me. It's a match out of fucking Saturday Night from 1989, but here we are in 2000 ECW, and it's Dusty Rhodes versus Jack Victory. Didn't have that on my bingo card, Jenny.
What the fuck? Jack Victory, so lucky to get his ass kicked by Dusty Rhodes in the year 2000. Worth it for that, ladies, 2 stars. I expect to see Dusty in this promotion for the next 6 months.
Yeah.
So looking forward to that. More blood for no reason.
It's more
no, I think he's almost done.
Is he?
I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
Well, I wanted to check this so like in case we needed to. Yeah, he's on the next taping, so I think we'll see him the next taping. Then he's done.
Okay.
I don't know what he does between then and he doesn't go back until I don't know. It just says he returns to WCW after that. So he was starting to run his own promotion too during the time in Georgia, Florida, and Tennessee. So that's probably why he was popping in here too. But
his own promotion?
Yes, Turnbuckle Championship Wrestling.
Polka Dot Pro Wrestling, baby.
I've never heard of such.
2003 in the Georgia, Florida, Tennessee area.
The Florida-Georgia line. Yeah.
He had some stuff with Corino there, so they were probably running it in both promotions. He also fought Terry Funk.
God. Every promotion has to have Terry Funk.
Yeah, really.
In 2002, Rhodes competed in Propane Pro Wrestling in Philadelphia with Kevin Sullivan feuding.
Did Hank Hill? Was that a Hank Hill run promotion? Hank Hill ran that Propane.
That's awful. All right. Joey's in the nest. He talks about the tag title situation. Backstage, we hear from Dorian and Roadkill, the staking their claims. Back in the nest, Joey talks about Prazak's journey for answers on Credible's concussions and says, he'll try to talk to Raven, but Paulie butts in off camera and says maybe they should set up StephenPrazak.com because Raven loves to talk to the internet. Joey says he doesn't want to get involved in that. And Paul says, what about me? What about Heyman? So I don't like, I don't know if there's starting to become problems with ECW Raven. Like, I know he's in WWF
Yeah.
by September.
Yeah,
I think.
feels that
Or
way.
is he? Yeah, Unforgiven. I think is when he
Yep.
returns to WWF. So,
Yep.
So yeah, I don't know if if there's a problem between now and then that he leaves because he's running his mouth on the sheets, or if this is something separate. I guess we'll see if he's starting to head out. But like, I don't know how big of a gap there is between when he shows up there and when he leaves ECW.
I don't either.
All right, so we go back to TNN with Prazak talking to Raven and Francine with Credible attacking. Joey's in the nest, and Paul cuts in again. He says to tell Raven to talk to someone who cares. And he gives Joey a coin for a call. Joey smiles, says it's a nice coin, and Joey knows coins, but Paul tells him enough with the coins. Joey talks about everyone gunning for Credible, and Paul wants the quarterback from Joey. Is Joey Styles a coin collector? Is that the reference here?
I didn't have a fucking clue what was going on with all that. Like, they're talking about coins now. Like, are they gonna start fucking selling ECW coins on the store or something? Like, I didn't know what the hell
be
was
like a
happening.
coin collector. Like, because the way Paul says it, it's like a rib, and like everyone's tired of hearing Joey talk about coins or something. So.
Yeah,
I can see.
Was he
Joey
doing an
being
infomercial? Maybe like a coin infomercial. Maybe that was it.
yeah, maybe.
He seems like a coin guy.
He does seem like.
Yeah, I could see it. I could see it.
Oh, I found it.
Of course,
There is a 5-minute Millennium Silver Dollar commercial featuring Joey Styles.
God.
Like, they do those 5-minute interstitial commercials.
Yeah.
What?
Can you hear
Oh
this,
my
Bill?
God, a buffalo nickel.
Can you hear the audio playing at all?
No.
I can't.
He's like interviewing some guy while the coin's being minted.
Jesus Christ. Boy, if that's not a sign of ECW being on hard times, I don't know
Well,
what
they
is.
will do anything to work a shoot.
Right?
They'll just be like, just anything.
Very few, especially compared
What's
to
happening?
any previous year. And I will say that the demand for the silver eagles is extremely strong.
Now, making this coin even more rare is that this is one of the few that has been colorized. I mean, it's one of the few colorized first silver dollars of the new millennium. Is that correct?
That's absolutely correct.
Okay.
You just said it's hard to imagine a more patriotic one possible.
Jesus Christ.
Amazing.
Well, didn't they say on a recent episode too that he was like a doomsday prepper or something?
They did say that.
So I wonder if that was part of it, like if he was like hoarding silver or something for doomsday.
For when the New World Order takes over, yeah.
So, all right, well, there you go. Look at that. We're getting stuff done, solving problems. Jenny, you're muted. You're ranting and you're muted. Jenny, you're muted. She's ranting away. Still muted. I think Kevin Kelly's cat jumped on her thing.
Okay. Better?
You're back. You're back.
All right. Great.
You want to tell us what you were ranting about?
No, it doesn't matter. No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All right. Hopefully it was about coins. We get a very long Just Incredible music video.
Yep.
Joey then talks about Dreamer's focus and motivations. And then we get a Dawn Marie music video. So this is a pretty big filler episode here. We're not even talking about the pay-per-view. Just nothing cooking.
No.
Let's get through our awards. We'll get to the heavier stuff now. Best match, I want the opener, 6-man.
Yep.
Worst match, Sandman, Kanemaru.
Yep.
Best moment, I want the coin argument. There wasn't much else going on. And it was at least pretty funny. Like Heyman saying enough with the coins and then asking for a back was pretty funny.
The coin argument. Boy, ECW is on some hard fucking times if we're
Dusty is here. It's a hard times.
Giving coin arguments the fucking moment of the week.
I'm just going to go with like a Dusty Rhodes match.
Yeah, anything else above fucking coins.
Most 2000 Raven gossiping on the internet.
Yeah.
Rising Cash, Nova, Chetty, Balls, Dusty. Falling, Kanemaru and his wife. Victory and coins.
The rates of silver. The rates of silver, yeah.
Well, recently, yes, those are down. Final Gratis went 4 out of 10. I mean, I don't know. It was a tough episode. There wasn't a ton going on.
That's yeah. It's about where I'm at.
What are we doing? I guess that's fine.
Yeah, 4 seems good. Jesus Christ.
All right, let's head over to TNN. June 2nd, 2000. We head inside the Seagate Center in Toledo, which that doesn't register with me. Like, I think Seagate Center, I think like Florida, North Carolina, even like Maryland, Virginia, perhaps. I did not envision the Seagate Center being in Toledo. But anyway, this is how my brain computed this. Joey and Joel are in the ring to kick things off. Raven is sitting in the corner as Joey makes a possum pie joke about TNN. Joel hits a stick about teasing after not having any. Joey says they're going to attempt to talk to Raven, and he walks over to the corner, and there's Raven. So Joey sits down next to him. Raven takes the mic and says, "Imitation's the sincerest form of flattery. And just Incredible has stole his look, his girl, his title. And 2 days ago, he called Raven on the phone and quoted one of his heroes. But he realized Credible could never be Raven because when Justin Credible gets called Satan, he was bothered by it. But when Raven is called Satan, he enjoyed it." We get loud Justin asshole chants as Raven talks through them. Credible and Francine immediately head out and talk shit from the aisle. Raven stands stoically and says, "Get in the ring, bitch." And I don't mean Francine. Credible drops the title, slides in, but Raven meets him with a flurry of strikes. Credible bails, and Francine gets in and drops to her knees. Raven grabs her by the hair, and that allows Credible to come back in and canes Raven twice and hit a low blow, and then hits the "That's Incredible." Tommy Dreamer runs out, chases off the champion, and the officials check on Raven. Out comes Scotty Anton and Cyrus. They beat down Raven as Joey talks about their past together in the flock. HG Loke steps up to Cyrus, and Cyrus asks what he's doing. HG says, "I'm standing up to the network." So Anton decks him and locks him in a sharpshooter. Cyrus taunts HG as he screams in pain, and the network says, "Tonight we are here to give the fans the clap." And then Anton and Cyrus stand over HG Loke and do the clap. We're all going to do the clap. Jenny, what did you think of this opening segment where we wove through a few different things?
Well, I will take this opportunity to entirely bitch about how fucking much it sucks that all
The
of my
Seagate Center is in Ohio. I agree.
all of my ECW is not on the fucking network, some sort of streaming, and I'm fucking with Internet Archive. I'm fucking with Daily Motion. By this point in my watching, I've already taken an hour to watch a 43-minute fucking episode, and I'm pissed off. I hate it. You guys have resources. You share the resources. They don't work for me. They buffer. They fucking don't have.
It did
sound.
work once we got it figured out, though.
It's just so fucking annoying. And I cannot express how fucking irritated I was watching the rest of what we had to watch. So, that being said,
Promising.
the Raven stuff was pretty good. It felt a little bit old school Raven. We kind of haven't gotten this Raven in a while. So I enjoyed that. I enjoyed Francine in this. I don't know. What did you think, Maddie?
It was. I do think it kind of made Raven look dumb that all of a sudden, like, now he's getting his ass beat by Credible because of Francine. Like, I feel
was Francine really going to come give him a blowjob? I mean, like, what was he thinking? You know,
right? Like, and that kind of tells me, kind of to your point, maybe Raven is on the outs because they're making him look stupid. So that kind of stuck out to me. The promo was great. It was old school Raven, to Jenny's point. So that was good, but I think it kind of made Raven look like a moron. And also, Scotty Anton's sharpshooter. Holy God, it is awful. It is like rock.
Even
level.
The Rock was like, "What are you doing?"
That was the note I made. It was like a sub rock level sharpshooter. It was fucking awful and good. So that was bad, but Raven was good during this, even though he looked like a damn fool. So, but yeah, Scotty Anton continues to not impress me at all. So
I think it's why Shania Twain wrote that song around this time. "You don't impress me much." Scotty Anton.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, if you look at the tea leaves, it feels like, they're going to feed Raven Incredible and then maybe sayonara. We'll see.
Feels that way.
All right, we get our opening animation. We go backstage where little Guido is here pumping up, and Big Sally is stalking around in an eye patch. Of course, he's been burned a couple times. But when we visit with the FBI, we pause here because that can only mean one thing. It is time for our Italian lesson of the week. All right, friends, by the time this podcast is a drop-in, the Winter Olympics will just be wrapping up. And, of course, this year's Olympics take place in Milan, Italy, the regional capital of Lombardy, the northern Italian hotbed, the seat of the metropolitan city of Milan, the second most populous city in Italy after Rome. Population of 1.36 million people. It is the fourth largest metropolitan area in the in the European Union, easy for me to say. Milan is considered Italy's economic capital and accounts for 20% of the country's GDP. Do you want to guess when this town was founded?
It's Italy, so it's probably old.
Oh, there you go. I can tell you use Jenny's journeys to move through school.
1984.
The old hundreds.
It is. It's 590 BC by a Celtic tribe. It was conquered by the Romans. Conquered by the Romans in 222 BC, Latinized the name into the city of Mediolanum. It made it the capital of the Western Roman Empire. In the late medieval period, the wealthy Duchy of Milan was once one of the greatest forces behind the Renaissance. It became a major center of the Italian Enlightenment during the early modern period. The struggles against cultural and political issues with Austrian dominion was crucial in the reunification of the Kingdom of Italy. So, there you go. Milan, of course, is a global fashion capital, a major international tourist destination, one of the most visited cities in the world, second to only Rome in the country of Italy, fifth in Europe, and 16th in all of the world.
Wow.
It's a major cultural center, museums and art galleries featuring some of the most important collections of the world, with major works from Leonardo da Vinci. The city also hosts numerous educational institutions, including academies, universities that account for 11% of the national total of enrolled students, where they once founded the game Jenny's. So there you go.
I don't think that's true.
Hopefully everyone enjoyed the Olympics. It's always a fun time.
Wikipedia is always bullshit.
There was only 3 numbers in that year. There's supposed to be 4.
If you were to go to Italy, would Milan be on your list of cities?
Well, it is home of Santino Marella, the Milan Miracle. Yeah, probably. I definitely want to go like south because that's where my family is. And then I'm definitely going to go to Rome, obviously. But yeah, I think Milan would be second, maybe, like they say. And
you have it above Venice, below.
You saying that's where I'd want to go?
Yeah.
Well, I think my family's from below Venice, so I'd want to go below Venice, probably.
No,
under the water. Oh,
I just mean like on the list of cities. Like
I think you meant geographically. I'm like, well, I'd probably be below.
I feel like I'd hit Venice before I'd hit Milan, is what I mean.
Yeah, probably. I definitely would want to go to like where I'm from, like I said, which is Fundy. Probably Rome and Naples, southern first, and then maybe Milan and Venice, because those are both more north. So I feel like if you're going to one, you probably go to the other. They're just across from each other. So someday we'll record this and we'll have a great time difference because I'll be in some village in Fundy, Italy. Like, hang on. I know I've only met you people once, and I'm here all the way across the world. I have to go talk about ECW.
Yeah.
We're still going. It's like November 2000. All right. Big Sal's walking around with his eye patch. Tony Marinara pops in through the door, poses and smiles, but Sal grabs him and says he's in the wrong company, and you picked the wrong day to piss me off. Tony shakes that off and smiles at Guido, calls him Paisan. Guido says, you're not a Paisan. You're a cheap ripoff of my heritage. Tony says he never took anything from anyone. He is full-blooded. And Guido wants to find out just how full-blooded he is, and we'll see if he can handle what he has. Guido leaves, and Tony starts to bump up and just keeps saying to himself, I'm full-blooded. We do find out, of course, he has Tony Marinara from WCW, which I believe was he with the Mama Luke's, Matt? Was that like
like at the very beginning, and then obviously he leaves, but I think he was only with them for like maybe a month or 2.
Yeah. So I think he's here for a while in ECW. Jenny, any thoughts on the arrival of Tony Marinara?
I mean, he looks quite young. How old is he?
Yeah, I think he's super young, like 20s probably would be my guess.
He was in WCW for 6 months. Like, what do you mean?
Yeah, right.
He was born in 1977, so.
Oh wow!
Oh,
yeah,
wow.
so if he's 3 years younger than me, so that would have meant at this time, he would have been 17.
Wow. Yeah, he definitely looks.
Or just turned 18, maybe. He just debuted in 1999 as an unnamed fan of wrestler Lodi. disappeared for a bit, came back as Tony Marinara,
That's crazy.
working as part of the Mamalukes, leaves, comes here to ECW, and I think he's here. He's here to let ends.
Yeah.
Do you feel Tony Marinara is racist or in any way offensive to you?
No, I'm okay with it.
Just curious.
Doesn't bother me. To the ring we go. Skip Cash takes on Grimes without Elon Musk. Cash heads to the ring, as Joey says. That was Tony Marinara from WCW and asked if he jumped to become Guido's understudy. But Joel says he stopped watching WCW. But Guido is the most influential Italian New Yorker in wrestling, besides that guy with the beard in Atlanta that runs the spaghetti silo and Kennesaw named Murray. Joey says, I didn't know Murray was Italian. I don't know, like, we are so inside baseball. We're like back around out of the bar here. It's like,
the fuck is Murray?
Well, he's obviously making a Vince Russo joke, right? Is he saying New Yorker with a beard?
Yeah.
And so, but I don't get the Murray and Kennesaw thing. So
I was
do
counting
run
on you
Kennesaw
guys to explain
sometimes.
that to me because I had no idea.
ECW, I think, runs Kennesaw. So maybe there's some guy Murray that's a fan now.
Is there a Murray Russo?
I don't think so. No, Renee Russo. Let's talk about my dad, Murray. After intros, Grimes attacks Cash and hammers away. Cash rallies with a pair of Ranas, slugs away at Grimes, crashes and burns on a springboard attempt. Grimes has a nice splash mountain powerbomb, slams him, drops a leg, but Cash comes back with an X Factor for 2. Grimes counters a Rana with a wheelbarrow slam, misses a charge with the corner, flops to the floor. Cash falls with a plancha, splatters to the floor after banging off of Grimes. Back inside, Cash tries a high cross body. Grimes counters into a cutter, chokes away in the corner, hits a low blow, misses an avalanche. Cash takes him over with a Rana. Grimes blocks a second Rana, flapjacks Cash, heads up top, misses a swanton, and Cash victory rolls for the win. And it was a pretty fun little match here, Jenny.
Mm-hmm.
I thought both guys looked pretty good. Grimes opened up the playbook. And honestly, of the 3 DeBaldis, I think he's like the one that could use the most to get out of there. Like, I think DeVito's ceiling is we've already been reached.
Yep.
And Angel's terrible. I think there's a world to split Grimes off because he's shown more when he's like little singles spots, you know, and I think he can do more than, you know, give New Jack brain damage by following up. He actually shows some work, you know, when he's out there. So
Yeah.
I went 2.5. Cash gets the win. Well, that was fine.
I knew you were going to say that about Grimes because I knew Grimes is your favorite of the Baldies. He always gets called out as being better than his teammates. Interesting. He gets a shot against Cash, who was obviously extremely better than him. No matter how you feel about Grimes. The correct person won here. A good showing by Grimes, though. I don't hate it. It's fine. It's nice to get a little bit, I don't want to say of a new face because we've seen him 8,000 times, but at least he's kind of single here and it feels like sort of a fresh matchup, which we don't get a lot of these days. I like the quick finish. So I did a 2.5 on it, Maddie.
Yeah, I went 2 3/4 on it. I thought it was really fun David versus Goliath match. And I think to your point, there's a reason why they give Grimes the singles matches. Like he had that random singles match with Dreamer a couple months ago because he's so clearly the best member of the Baldies that it's not even really close. So give him the singles matches. You need guys who can have singles matches. And you could look at this on paper and kind of see it as like a styles clash, but the David versus Goliath thing, I think really worked for it. Grimes does the fucking Harley race bump over the ring post to the floor. That was insane. Like, good Lord, that's like a 400-pound dude.
He bumps well. He's doing some really
Not
nasty
bad.
bumps.
Yeah, it's not bad.
No, so it's super fun to watch, and I like the finish too. The finish was really well done. So 2 3/4 for me. Fun TV match.
All right, we got the OneWrestling.com Extreme replay. Balls putting Tanaka through the tack table last week. Johnny Swinger's backstage oiling up in front of a fan, like a little fan. Simon Diamond comes over and says he has a problem as Swinger is not dressed for their match yet, and they still have to do a strategy session where he tells everything that Swinger should be doing. Simon tells Mitch to turn the fan off and asks Swinger what he's doing. Swinger says, I'm posing for one of my biggest fans. Simon says, I'm the brains of the operations, and I'll tell you what to do. Swinger tells Mitch to put the fan back on and says, my fan is blowing me, and chuckles. The Musketeer comes in singing. He's fencing with the fan. Swinger says, don't sing it, swing it, and walks off as Mitch holds an umbrella over him. Simon rants about being stuck with his nonsense, and as he leaves, we see the twins saying they're supposed to stand by Simon at all times, but they're grossed out by the oil that blew on them from the fan blowing it off a swinger. So they walk off, and we see they were standing by Simon's robe, and they thought it was him. So, I don't know. Just a clusterfuck of madness.
This was a lot.
Like, they obviously just all go smoke in a car and think of the stupidest fucking
Yeah,
thing, you know? Like,
100%.
I mean,
That's why I like it.
they're all
That's why
hot.
it works for
what
me.
is the dumbest fucking Austin Powers level nonsense you can do?
They're all hot boxing in a fucking Oldsmobile, and they just came up with
Let's
this.
go. Yes. My fan is blowing me, and it's a fan blowing, and I'm sorry. That's genius.
Yeah.
I'm sorry y'all don't understand how funny that is.
It was funny.
No, it was funny.
And they're like all oiled up.
The oil goes everywhere.
It was
They're
definitely
like, what the
The
hell?
best thing Johnny Swinger's ever been a part of.
so far.
It was very TNA. It was very TNA for
Yeah.
me.
It was something, all right. All right, the ring we go is Tony Marinara is here to take on Mikey Whipwreck. Guido leaves Marinara out. They preen for the camera as they head down. Joel makes a muscles Marinara joke, and Joey works in a bunch of pasta puns. We get a clip from last week as Mikey throwing the fire. Pasta puns. We get a clip from last week of Mikey throwing fire at Sal as he was choking the Sinister Minister. We come back. Mikey's in the ring. Minister's with him. And Joel officially brands Marinara as Tony Mamaluke. So that'll be his new name here.
Mhm.
And, of course, a play on him being in the Mamalukes. Joey said he was trained by Dean Malenko. And Joel says that his dietitian is Francesco Rinaldi. Mikey pancakes Tony and claws and slugs at him. Mikey hangs him on the bottom rope, drills him with a hard guillotine leg drop. As Joey says, Mikey has a myriad of psychological problems. And we all. Tony counters the backdrop with a DDT for 2. Guido nails Mikey from the apron. Tony gets 2 on a Sicilian slice. Mikey tumbles outside. Guido ties up the ref. Tony goes up top, tries a somersault plancha, but Mikey moves and he bangs off the guardrail on a sick bump. Even the crowd doesn't know how to react to that.
Yeah.
And Joey even go, holy shit. And Joel says, we can't say shit on TNN. What the fuck are you thinking? It was really funny. Mikey drags Tony back to ringside and shoves him in the ring, hits a spinning sit-out gourd buster, and wins the match. Guido's in right away, brawls with Mikey. Mikey gets a whippersnapper. Minister grabs a fire. Sal comes to make the save. He chokes Minister. And Mikey throws powder in Sal's eye and then shoves Tony into the blinded Sal, who mashes him with a sidewalk slam. Sal then hoists Tony to a press. Guido looks and yells to throw him, and Sal throws him in the front row.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Basically match, but that fucking railing bump and the throw into the crowd were both crazy spots. Like,
yes.
Mama Luke may be dead already.
Yeah.
And I gotta admit, like, the circus is fun, but this fucking like mid-card underworld, like third level of hell that they got going on right here with the FBI and the minister and the fire, like, it's been pretty fun. Like, I'm kind of digging it. It's because it's so fucking like weird and crazy and chaotic. So I'd like to see Minister actually get a couple other people with him, with Mikey, and like, flesh this out a little bit. So I went 2 stars, Jenny, for the match. But that spot was sick. Like, I don't know how he didn't break his body. And then to go back in, take a sidewalk slam from Sal, and get thrown in the crowd.
Thrown to the
body was already mashed across the railing. To probably not get paid, as we talked about earlier. It was pretty fucking crazy. I mean, like, the
Very
crowd is
low
just,
down
like,
on
they
the
don't know what to do.
payroll.
They're like, is he dead? They're like, the crowd is like, is this fucking guy dead?
Yeah.
Right here in the Seagate Center in Toledo, Ohio.
What I love was Mikey's face.
Yeah. He's just looking, fuck.
Because bro just launched himself out there. Like, bro missed. He was gone. And in the crowd, Mikey just went like, what? What just happened? Very colorful match too, because everybody's in these reds, and these greens, and Mikey has on his like Hawaiian shirt. It's just a striking match. Color. I'm sorry, Matt, that you can't.
I don't deserve that.
So
I don't
vibrant.
deserve that.
Matt doesn't get to enjoy the vibrance.
That was uncalled for.
Take my word for it.
A lot of shades of gray. I don't know what you're talking about.
But I just love the drama in this. I love having Sinister Minister ringside. I think that adds so much. Sal, bless his heart, usually he comes in and really helps things. This time he did not.
I'm just glad he didn't get burned again. I was worried he was going to get more fire.
He got powdered this time. Great.
He's out of ice to burn, for Christ's sake.
It was a great like switch up. I really loved that. This is like crazy stupid fun. I kind of want to give it more, but I did 2 1/4.
That's a great way to put it. Just crazy, stupid fun. I mean, I went 2 1/4 on it too, but like it's probably better than that just because of how fucking insane it was. I mean, Tony Mamaluke
I mean, that bump.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Mamaluke Marinara's fucking dead. He died for our sins. May he rest in pizza. So the finish was sick as hell too.
Or Milan.
Or could be, yeah.
Why did he do that?
That's a great question. I guess he was trying to show out because it was his debut, and then he just royally fucked up. But
yeah, I think he just missed the spot.
There was the "you fucked up" chant there, correct?
Yeah, well,
I think the crowd was just shocked. They were like, "What the fuck?
Deserved.
Is this guy alive? Is he dead?"
He fucked up his brainstem, is what he fucking did. Holy Lord! But yeah,
and then Mikey puts him in the ring and fucks.
Go right to the finish, hits him with that.
He's only 18, so his brain is like, is it still developing?
It's still developing, yeah. Jesus,
not anymore.
But, yeah,
poor Guido's like, I have to do something.
Guido's
we go backstage.
Like, glad it wasn't me.
We're backstage where Sinister Minister is, and says he's an expert on sinning, and some he likes more than others, like gluttony. And Sal is clearly a glutton. He isn't discussing his ravenous appetite, but instead he's a glutton for punishment. Because every time Mikey gets in striking distance, there's a 4-alarm fire, and he's been burned 3 times. There are also some sins he refuses to grant absolution to, like stupidity. And Sal showed the world he was stupid when he put his hands on the minister. And the next time he does, we'll find out all about spontaneous human combustion. Mikey says that doesn't even exist. Liar, liar, pants on fire. And then lights his ass and chair on fire. Minister says he gives Mikey spiritual guidance and lights fires under his ass as well. Mikey screams that it's burning his flesh, and they both cackle like maniacs. So again, like, just WWE Vault on YouTube needs to do like a Mikey Minister FBI comp, which is all these things back to back in the empty pool, in the hotel room with the band, fire chairs. Like, it's just fucking insanity.
He's a very literal satanic figure, is the Sinister Minister. Light him on fire!
My favorite part is just you blatantly see the lighter in his hand.
Oh, yeah.
Him just lighting Mikey, and Mikey just waiting for it, and then he fucking lights on fire.
Do you have any coins? Paul Heyman is in the nest, and he introduces himself. Says, since this show will apparently make air this week, he wants to thank the viewers for watching. He says he knows only ECW fans watch because the network has never aired a commercial or a press release to even let people know ECW is here. It's TNN's scheme, and in a few weeks, they're going to give Vince McMahon $100 million that he doesn't even need to replace ECW if they aren't thrown off the air before it. ECW isn't publicly funded like WWF or WCW. They thrive on fan support, and thank them for it. In this industry, everyone wants to be real and shoot. So here's a shoot. ECW hates TNN and their guts for abandoning them, not supporting them, not advertising them, but not having the balls to throw them off the air. And if you're watching right now, Paul dares them throw us off. Paul promises to break every TNN rule they throw at him. And that is a shoot. And they can take that $100 million marked for McMahon and spend it on attorneys because Paul promises the network that the war has just begun. Thoughts, Matt, on this Paul Heyman missive?
Boy, that's a hard pivot from all the Sinister Minister shit we just saw, huh? Holy Lord. I think this is a man who is... there's a lot of pent-up frustration and anger about everything that's been going on with ECW over the past, like, year and a half. Really since, like, TNN started, between losing Taz, the Dudleys, the RVD shit, the Mike Awesome stuff, like... And now with it coming to pass that, you know, TNN is basically using them as a canary in a coal mine, he was just fucking angry at everything. And he felt like he had to just vent is kind of what I took from this. And he was going to take it out on TNN because TNN was kind of the straw. It was the straw that broke the camel's back, you know?
I do think he was hoping that they would breach the contract. Like, I think that's what he was trying to do at this point, was like goad them into
Mhm.
breaching the contract.
Yep,
So then
totally.
he could sue and try and recoup some money or something. Like, I think he's trying to bait them with a game of chicken because he knows they're going to WWF. He knows they're done in 3 months anyway, in August when the 1 year deal's up. So like, I think he's doing whatever he can to get them to balk and maybe find themselves in a legal battle.
Right, and he's doing it in the hopes of, maybe he can find another network to go on after TNN and like throw us off now so I can get the pieces moving, so I can get the backup plan to not having fucking national TV anymore. Because without national TV, we're in trouble. But I just think it's a lot of frustration and anger over everything that's been going on with this company. And he's taking it out on and TNN deserves a lot of it too, don't get me wrong, but he's taking it out on TNN at this point in time. And
he has been for 6 months.
And he has been. So like, it's not like it hasn't been a thing, but this was like right at the fucking throat. So I do seem to remember too, I want to say like the original version of this, they bleeped this whole promo too. I could be wrong about that. So I don't know if this one we watched had the unedited one edited in, but I seem to remember like TNN bleeping the whole thing out originally. So
yeah,
I don't know.
I think they say that they're going to air the unedited version on Hardcore TV or whatever.
Right. So, but yeah, it's just frustration boiling over, Jenny.
Like, how many times have we seen Paul Heyman come and cut a fucking promo straight to camera? And he says in the promo, this is a fucking shoot. Yep. I feel this way, blah, blah, blah. And he is staring into your soul during this promo. It is one of the, probably one of the best things we've seen, because of its realness and what he's actually trying to do. Like, this is not wrestling. This is business that is being put into a show that is about wrestling.
Yeah.
It's pretty incredible, not gonna lie. But how do we feel about this? Do we like this? Because it's very bold. It's
that's what
I think he's got nothing to lose. Yeah, I think he's backed in the corner.
Yep.
We saw this somewhat with the WWF war in '97, and I think he knows he's like down to his last stand. I think he needs something to hit, and so he knows this partnership is dead. Like, it is not salvageable at this point. So he's going down guns blazing, hoping for a Hail Mary. I think. I think the video game was a Hail Mary, and I don't think it connected like they hoped it would.
Nope. To
give them a cash infusion, and I don't think they got out of this TV deal what they thought they were going to get out of it either. So this is why I think things are starting to spiral a bit with how are they going to get the cash to keep this thing moving. So.
Do you
it's just a
agree
tough
with
time
this
because
tactic? Do you agree he should have done this? Like, is this?
I mean, I guess it's true to him.
Is his EC dub? Like, is this like his rebellious nature?
I think if there was any semblance of a chance he would be back with TNN, I don't think he would have done this. But I think by this point he knew there was no chance that they were picking him up again for a second year.
Yeah.
You know?
Well, yeah, especially once the rumors of WWF started.
Right. Exactly.
And he just wasn't going to play I mean, there's something to him standing by his normal side, right? He doesn't, he could have went kissing ass and trying to maybe get on USA or something. But the problem is wrestling is just not a desirable TV product at this time. And even though ratings for WWF and WCW were like insane, no one wanted to sponsor it because of the content, specifically on WWF TV. So they weren't seen as desirable at this time because like rights fees and all that shit wasn't a thing. You made money through advertising sales, and there were none for those shows that brought in the certain demographic and money that they wanted. So it's why WCW fucking dies and it's crazy because they were getting ratings bigger than Raw gets like today. Like they were still doing okay in the ratings side of things, but it wasn't a desirable product in WCW, or Turner didn't want it on the network anymore, or AOL, whoever owned it at that point.
Right.
ECW couldn't find a home because no one wanted to air wrestling unless it was WWF or whatever. ECW just came around a little too early. Like, it was the perfect time in culture, but a rough time in technology. And if they could have somehow held on for like 2 more years, maybe they could have done the TNA pay-per-view model. Maybe they could have done a DVD streaming model like Ring of Honor ends up doing.
Ring of Honor, yeah.
But I think they just end up in this gap of like wrestling just not being profitable for networks to want to air beyond WWF brand, and just standing by his principle. I think there's also a piece of him, if you want to be a little bit more, cynical, that knew he was okay. Paul Heyman probably knew he had a job with Vince McMahon if he wanted it, right? So like at the end of the day, this is his baby. He's going to do whatever he can to save it, but he's going to parachute. I think that he knew about. So, I'm not saying he wanted ECW to die by any means, but I also think he was a little bit more willing to walk on a tightrope and take a piss because he knew I'm fucking Paul Heyman. Like I'll go somewhere. Like I'll be okay.
He had a safety
I'll
net.
work my way into another job pretty easily. So we'll see how things play out in the next few months. Joey and Joel also don't hold back. They're in the nest. Joel goes in hard on TNN executives. A lot of farm animal sex jokes. And then Paul jumps in front of the camera and says, "Are you ready to throw us off the air yet, pig fuckers?" As Joey stands and shakes his head. So, yeah, this is like the most aggressive we've been.
I'm curious.
Pretty aggressive.
Right. I'm curious to see just how far off the deep end it goes as far as like them going after TNN.
And it's led to them being super creative in a way too. Like the Cyrus stuff has carried a lot of the TV this year, and that's all born out of them wanting to shit on TNN. So all right,
might as well use it. Why not?
Yeah. Oh, for sure. You'll lose it if you don't. Let's get to our main event, and then a Sandman taking on Rhino for the TV title. Back to the arena. Steve Corino leads out Rhino. I don't know why they didn't end with the Heyman thing. Like it's weird to then go to a match. We get clips from Living Dangerously and Hardcore Heaven of the network antics against Laurie Fullington. Sandman's down through the crowd. Joel goes in on Laurie being a nag. As Sandman's entrance takes a real long time tonight, like real long. Dusty Rhodes is down in the aisle. The bell rings. Sandman takes a swing at Rhino, ducks the cane and stomps away. Rhino lays in some punches. Dusty bull ropes himself to Corino to keep him tied up out of the action. Sandman rallies with punches, shoots Rhino to the floor, into the railing. Sandman shoves a table in the ring, sets it up in the corner as Dusty drops Corino with an elbow. Sandman puts Rhino up top and gets a Heineken Rana. He flattens the table and sticks a pile driver onto it. Victory is out and helping Corino beat on Dusty. Corino gets in the ring. Sandman mashes him with the cane and canes Rhino and Victory as well. Rhino knocks Sandman down and the network swarm him until Dusty comes in to clean house. The network recovers and takes over, beats on Dusty and Sandman until Tajiri's out. He unloads a flurry of kicks, and Joey says TNN is looking worse than the rest of their Friday night ratings as Tajiri missed Victory and buries a baseball slide into Corino. Tajiri meets Rhino with a handspring back elbow, but Scotty Anton is in. The crowd calls for RVD, and of course on cue, Pantera fires up, and out he comes with Fonzie to a pop. RVD cleans house and flies into the network with a somersault plancha. Jerry Lynn is in the aisle and looks at everyone as Joey wants to know what side he is on, and Joel says he could be the deciding factor in this war once he declares. So, fun brawl. I think there's some good anger and aggression. Sandman comes up short, but gets some good offense in a Rhino. The post-match was pretty fun. It got all the network rivalries out there into a quick heater segment and continues the questions around Lynn as well. So, Matt, I went 2.5 on the match. More about the antics after to kind of keep the – we've heard about the shoot end of the network stuff from Heyman, and this keeps the on-air storyline version of the network stuff cooking.
Yeah, I mean, it was fun. I went 2.5 on it. The match honestly wasn't much. The post-match kind of helped it a lot. But, yeah, real weird to have this after, Paul Heyman ripping TNN a new asshole. It's like, hey, we have another match to go here. Great, fantastic. And it's Rhino versus Sandman randomly. Sure, okay, great. Pay-per-view rematch after Paul Heyman went scorched earth. So that's a little weird, but it was fine. It was continuing, all this interweaving storylines they have going on, adding in Dusty Rhodes randomly for some reason again. Sure, okay, Dusty's apparently back in the fold now, so that's fine. But yeah, it was more of a show-ending brawl and a segment than anything. The match really wasn't much, but the post-match stuff was good, so I went 2.5 on it, Jenny.
Even as we're talking about it, I'm trying to rewatch it on this fucking Internet Archive, and it stops playing. It's so fucking annoying. Anyway, I hate the interference here. Like, why can't we just let them wrestle? Like, never. I mean, we don't got to do it every time. Like, I don't know. I just want to see them like throw down. Like, without Laurie coming in and all this shit. Like, it's always interference. It's never just Rhino and Sandman. And we've been wanting that for fucking ever.
I think guilty as charged was in the first time it was supposed to happen, and it didn't.
Yeah.
Sandman missed the show.
It has never happened.
Yeah,
Right.
it's been 5 months.
Always
Pretty
some
much.
bullshit. I had some hopes for this because I thought, okay, maybe nobody will get involved, and then 18 people get involved.
And then
Like,
everybody did.
fucker. Like, I just wish we can just like have a match with them
You
too.
didn't appreciate the clap.
The clap was fine. Like, everybody's fine. I just don't necessarily need them here. Like, I like Sandman humping Rhino's face in the corner. That's pretty good. I just don't care about Scotty Anton. Like, RVD and y'all do this another time. We don't need this here.
Mhm.
Like, I got annoyed. I gave it 2.5. It's fine.
All right, best match. I went Sam and Rhino grade wise. Even though the
Yeah,
20 Mama Luke.
So stupid, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna give it a Kid Cash. Fuck that shit.
Yeah, I went Cash and Grimes actually.
Mikey Mama Luke was my worst match, even though I had the best moment of the night, which
Good
I had.
old Mikey Mama Luke.
Mama Luke dying was my moment of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Multiple times, in fact.
Most 2000, I went to Heyman's State of the Union address.
Yeah.
Stock rising, credible, network, cash, minister of Mikey, Heyman. Stock falling, TNN, Mama Luke's body. Falling
His
apart.
brain, just everything.
7 out of 10 for me. And that was a pretty strong episode. I mean, you get the shoot promo, you get the spot from Mama Luke. I did like the brawl at the end. You get the minister shit in the back. It was pretty good.
Oh no,
Cash and
I'm
Grimes was good.
gonna do a 6.
Yeah, I went 6.5. The promo really helped it for me.
All right, let's wrap with the June 3rd, 2000 episode of Hardcore TV. Backstage, Scotty is working out for his match. Cyrus comes up, says, "Don't worry about wrestling. You have a gimmick now. Tonight, they'll use the gimmick, and the network will be on top yet again. Just like he and Anton will be on top when Anton gets those ring girls. He'll be auditioning. Cyrus wants to see the gimmick, and they do the clap as they walk off. Joey's in the nest. He sets up the night ahead. We get our opening animation. To the ring we go as Chili Willy is back to take on Chris Hamrick, making his ECW debut. Chili's introduced, of course, from Toledo. Joey calls out that he changes his hometown every time. Willie struts around, takes off his hat, but Hamrick attacks from behind, slugs away, hits a drop kick. Willie comes back with a belly to belly, some more strikes into an armbar. Hamrick rallies back, takes over some kicks, and barrels into Willie's back against the ropes. But of course, can't be a Chris Hamrick match without the Hamrick bump as he flies through the ropes and slams on his back on the floor. Always looks pretty nasty. Willie shoots Hamrick back in the ring, stalks in. Hamrick goes low, goes up top. Willie slugs him down, hits a Falcon Arrow for the win. A little Willie squash action. The crowd dug it. Hamrick's obviously a veteran, kind of hit all the classic heel indie job guy spots. So I'm going to start a quarter, Matt. It was just a fine little showcase for Willie, and you get the Hamrick bump.
Yeah, that was my main takeaway, was that this felt like an indie match, and I don't necessarily mean that as a positive. I mean, it was better than the match with Bill Wiles, which isn't a high bar to clear, admittedly, but it was still fine for what it was, I guess. I went 1.5 stars, and the Hamrick bump did help too, but yeah, this is just not much here, so star. We are certainly on an episode of Hardcore TV's.
Yeah.
Billy Willie is here. 1.5 stars.
This is what we've done to Hardcore TV. Hate it. But I will say that it is kind of nice to see some new faces. I know we've seen Chili Willy before. But I don't know. It's kind of cool when new dudes show up and, you know, start an episode and they do a basic match. It's fine. I mean, it's inoffensive to me. Like, Hamrick reminds me of like a young Jake the Snake or like Michael Bolton.
Those are two very different people.
I understand, but I got both of them. I thought if Michael Bolton was a wrestler,
Oh boy!
it would be this guy.
Wow.
Well, listen.
Am I wrong?
Love is a wonderful thing. So maybe
It is wonderful.
Boy.
He actually looked like Cody Boynes, but I know only me and Primetime Kevin we'll get the comparison. Backstage, Swinger and Diamond emerge from side-by-side doors. They always find the weirdest fucking
Yeah.
like I can't believe this is in a I don't know. This bathroom setup looked like the Nashville place that we saw GCW in 2022. Like it was very open. These bathrooms.
Oh,
the way they were
yes.
set up.
How
So
dare
they
you
emerged from
disparage? How dare you disparage the Seagate Center?
They emerge from these side-by-side doors. Diamond comes out of the men's room and Swinger comes out of the women's room. Diamond says they can be well-oiled machine if they don't fight and don't bicker. And then we see the twins are arguing over a water fountain. Simon's irritated. Swinger leaves as Simon notes there are 2 fountains and they can each pick one. They both go for the left bubbler and then argue again as Simon sighs. Musketeer comes out of the men's room and Mitch comes out of the women's room. And Simon just says, I'm surrounded by idiots. And now the twins argue over which bathroom they're going to use. And of course, Prodigy goes in the women's room and Prodigy goes in the men's room. So I like to think that just walked into this building and saw this absurd fucking bathroom setup. And we're like, okay, this is our spot for tonight. Go be stupid outside the bathroom.
Absolutely, yes. They had to fight off probably Sinister Minister and Mikey to have that spot.
Most likely.
Yeah.
Jenny, have you ever called the water fountain a bubbler?
A bubbler. No, I have not.
I know Sousa has.
Yeah, that's all I call it.
Did they still have bubblers in school when you were there, Scoots?
They did, yeah. We didn't have to.
I didn't know if they were gone by the big 2000s.
No, we didn't have to go out back and drink from the fucking river in the back like when you were in school.
Dirty
From
water.
the
You
Fall
can't do
River?
Oh boy.
that. Joey's in the nest. So you don't want to not drink any water from Fall River.
Yeah,
Joey's
no,
in the nest.
don't
Talks
do
about the vacant tag title situation. Dawn Marie video. We get that again. To the ring we go as Simon Diamond and Johnny Swinger take on Dangerous Danny Doring and the Amish Roadkill. Diamond and Swinger head out. They got the circus. It's the first match as a team. Joey wonders if they can work as a team, reveals there'll be special stipulations in place from Paul Heyman tonight for Jerry Lynn's world title match. Doring and Roadkill are out to a pop. Mitch does his intros. He includes announcing Swingers being for the mothership in Atlanta. Doring and Roadkill get a nice pop. Simon grabs the mic and says he has a problem. Danny Doring fancies himself as a womanizer, and people think it's cool. And Simon says Roadkill doesn't say anything besides chickens, and people think that's cool. But me and Swinger, we're cool. Don't think you're cool, and we'll show you how cool we are. Doring and Roadkill attack and double team. Doring springs off Roadkill into the circus with a somersault plancha. Joey says every tag match has elevated stakes with these vacant belts that will never be unvacated. Roadkill goes up top. Prodigy knocks him to the floor. Swinger and Doring trade punches in the ring. Musketeer nails Doring off the apron. Swinger gets the neck breaker. Diamond tags in him and go up top. We get a Simon Diamond working over Danny Doring, gets a trio of suplexes for 2. Diamond rallies, Doring rallies, hits a bear back, and then tags Roadkill. Swinger tags in as well. Roadkill cleans house, gets a dirt road slam on Diamond. Mitch comes in with a very weak umbrella shot. Roadkill shrugs it off, hits a suplex, and Doring goes low. The twins are in. They take out Roadkill. They work over Doring, but Roadkill recovers, and it's a springboard clothesline. Musketeer is in, misses with his sword, gets drilled with an impaler from Doring. Swinger nails Roadkill with a chair. Diamond gets a Simonizer on Doring. Roadkill recovers and drills Simon Diamond with a springboard leg drop. And then they hit the Lancaster Lariat of Love and the Buggy Bang. And Doring and Roadkill get the win. Again, fun tag. Like, these guys are good at seamlessly working. They weave in the circus smoothly and the stooging around. And, like, they've mastered this match, like, at this point. Like, any of these combo of teams have mastered this outing. Like, they weave in, they weave out. We get the same fucking spots, like, whatever it is. And they kept it tight. I think it was a good premiere for Simon and Swinger, even though they lose. Doring and Roadkill needed to win more. Perfect for Hardcore TV, Jenny. They keep rebuilding the tag division. 2.25 for me.
Quarter.
What a kid. I'm sorry. Chickens is cool. I'm sorry. He made it a thing. It's cool now. It's cool now to say chickens. It is also the opposite of steaks because there are no fucking titles.
There's zero movement to any of this.
No stakes. That's ridiculous. What are you talking about?
Without steak.
It is the most stakeless thing ever. Okay. Are we edging on these belts? Are we? What is like?
I don't know. It's like, are they just?
I don't get it.
Talk on what to come up with for an
I
idea.
was hoping y'all had some fucking answers for me.
No, I got nothing.
I'll say this: if we get by Heat Wave or whatever the next pay-per-view is, like without some kind of tournament or something with the belts, then I don't know what's going on. Because now we're going on.
You know what? Fuck a tournament at this point. We've been with tournaments without calling them tournaments.
Really?
You name your contenders and you go. Like we can't
just do one episode of Hardcore TV and have like a round robin with all these guys, or a turmoil match where you start 2 teams, and if you win, you stay on. Whatever it is, like,
Right.
and just do that for one episode and crown your new champs.
Just please, goddamn, just please do something with it. I don't know if it's being cute. I don't know if it's being overlooked. I don't know.
I just don't think they know what to do yet. Like,
I don't think they do.
I also think maybe they're not super inspired by these. Like the tag belts were really highly elevated forever. So like, do they just? Are they like, look, we went from the Dudleys and Balls and Spike and Impact players and like Dreamer and Raven, and now we're gonna have like Chetty and Nova. Like, I don't know if that's part of it.
If you have guys working their asses off in the ring like you do, multiple tag teams working their asses off like they do, then you can't do that. That's bullshit. That's bullshit to your talent. If you just go like, none of y'all are good enough for our fucking titles. Go fuck yourself. I'll work here, bitch. This is what I'm doing. Like, this is what you have. I don't like that. Like, if that's the mentality, then go fuck yourself. Because you look stupid. You don't look cool.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like, it's a good match. Like I went 2 on it, but we've seen it before, you know? And then when you factor in that we still don't have tag champions, like it bugged me more in this match than the other tag match we talked about, where it's like this easily could have been like a tag title match if it's Doring and Roadkill, you know. And this was the one where it really bugged me. So it's like, so we're just not going to have tag team champions ever again, because to your point, Jenny, this is what we have now. This is what we're working.
Who are you waiting for to come in and
like,
be better than this?
Unless you're gonna randomly set up like another fucking tag team out of nowhere, like this is what you have. Like you can't hold on to the past at this point. Like you gotta move on and move forward. And I get you can't crown new ones right away just because of how it went. But
you can. We've been like it's been weeks.
Right, that was my point. Like we're 2 months into this now. We're at a point now where we should fucking have tag team champions. Anybody, like any of these teams, I think at this point would be fine. Doring and Roadkill or Chetty and Nova. So
it's Doring and Roadkill.
Right. I would lean that way for sure, but like it's just so that kind of took me out of it. It's like this could have easily been a tag title match or at least like a contenders match or something. But when it's a match we've seen, you know, fairly frequently with there's no stakes, like we've seen it for 2 months now, it's just it kind of took me out of it. So I went 2 stars on it. It was fine, but we've seen it all before at this point.
All right, we got a Simon Rhino music video, and then we head backstage where Rhino and Cyrus are hanging out. Cyrus says there's no lower form of life than a stinking, disgusting drunk, a pathetic rummy that wants to use the network like a used car salesman. Sandman's a degenerate piece of garbage, and tonight he will not get to mess with the network, and Rhino says so. Rhino says Sandman always looks to his beer for comfort, so he can come to Rhino for comfort instead, and he'll drive his head through a fucking table, just like he did to his whore wife, and leave his rotting corpse to smell worse than his wife's fucking cooch. Tonight, Sandman will remember the name of the ECW TV champion. Just a complete fucking psychopath.
Boy,
like,
that escalated quickly.
We don't get a ton from Rhino. We get like one thing out of 3 episodes that we do, like every... And it's always the most insane fucking 30 seconds that you'll get out of 3 weeks of TV. Like, he's just out of control.
I was watching that promo while I was making dinner. And my son was in the room. He was like, your wife's cooch. My son said, fucking hell. What are you watching? I'm like, it's ECW.
I don't know what made me shake my head more, the use of the word rummy or
no, it was cooch
or the
sure.
cooch.
Yeah. Just fucking unhinged and out of nowhere. I'm watching it. It's like, all right, this is going to be the normal Rhino huffing and puffing into the microphone. And then he fucking comes out with that line. It's like, oh boy, that escalated real fucking quick. Holy Lord. But yeah, it was something.
I mean, once you put a bitch through a couple tables, you gonna say whatever you want to say.
Clearly, yeah.
Joey's in the nest. He recaps the issues between Rhino and Sandman, then hypes up the Dawn Marie pictures on the web. Dangerous Alliance are backstage. They talk shit on Chetty and Nova. Joey's in the nest. He talks about Heyman's upcoming announcement about the world title match, which is exclusive to Hardcore TV and not the Redneck Network. And that brings us to our main event. That is Jerry Lynn taking on Justin Credible for the ECW World title. Lynn heads to the ring as Joey patches Heyman in from his headset into the TV. Heyman says he's sick of everyone cowering in fear to Cyrus. And ECW never backs down from a fight. Not from WCW, Viacom, CBS, Cyrus, Vince McMahon, or the $100 million that TNN wants to give McMahon a shove up his ass. If any network member interferes or even sticks their head on the curtain or buys a hot dog during the match, he will pull ECW off TNN immediately, and he dares Cyrus to call his bluff. Joey talks about TNN's negotiations to buy an equity stake in the WWF. Credible and Francine are out to booze. After the break, Credible has a mic. Says the fans are lucky the world champion will grace such a shithole like this, and he'll show them what pro wrestling is all about. We start with some chain work, a flurry of counters to a Rana from Lynn, takes the match to the floor where he slingshots Credible into the post. Francine rakes his eyes, scampers into the ring to escape him. Lynn kicks Credible in the head, shoots him back of the ring, and hammers away. Credible floats over through a charge. Lynn nails him with an enziguri. Francine is in, jumps on Lynn's back, which buys an out bloody Credible time to stick a super kick and recover. Credible lands some chops. Lynn fires right back, misses a charge, crotches himself in the corner. Credible stomps away, power bombs him out of the corner for 2. Credible cranks a headlock. Lynn elbows free. Credible yanks him by the hair to keep control, but Lynn floats over a charge, gets 2 on a sunset flip, sticks a sidewalk slam. He is slow to recover, and Lynn is able to rally and shoot him to the floor. Lynn follows with a plancha as Joey makes a cow tipping and low rating jokes for TNN. Back inside, Lynn gets 2 on tornado DDT. Credible floats through a suplex, gets a slop drop. Credible fetches a table, puts it in the corner, tries a suplex. Lynn blocks. Credible goes low with a mule kick and charges, but Lynn dodges and sends Credible through the table with a hip toss. Lynn hits the ropes. Francine canes him from the floor. Credible gets 2. Lynn drop kicks Credible's knee and leg drops him on the chair for 2. Lynn shoots Credible to the corner, wipes out the ref. Lynn hits the cradle pile driver and covers, but the ref is out, so Francine comes in and takes a swing. Lynn blocks her and spanks her to a pop. Loads the cradle pile driver, but Credible makes a save. Lynn gets an inside cradle for 2, tries a tombstone, but Credible counters, hits That's Incredible, and wins clean. And we get some grumbles from the fans from that one. Good title match. They have good chemistry because they've been fighting since they both arrived, but it definitely did not stand out in any way for TV. It was well worked. Credible gets a fairly clean win, just a little assist from Fran, no network. An interesting loss for Lynn. Like, I feel like if you're going to have this match, either have him get screwed or win. But Credible's the kingpin. We'll see how long he stands, Jenny. So I went 3 stars. And I feel like you at least have to say, okay, well, you're complaining about the treatment of Hardcore TV, but this is a pretty big special match that they put on here that's not on TNN. World title encounter. So it's something.
All right, I'll take it. But Credible ain't no kingpin, okay? I don't know. I just thought this was bullshit. Jerry Lynn's clearly not doing Jerry Lynn things. He's so much better than Justin Credible that there needs to be something that happens in this match that makes him lose. I don't know. To me, Jerry Lynn's a champion because I know he does better than this. We've seen him do better than this. It looks like bullshit to me. It looks like he let him win. I don't know. Y'all all know I hate this Credible run. I don't think this adds anything to him. I think this is bullshit. It looks fake. It looks like wrestling's fake. And that rarely happens to me in ECW. I don't buy this match at all. I don't know. Jerry Lynn knows how to do it, though. It's like he does it to where it looks okay. Like, it's not what happens in the ring. It's what I know to be fucking true that Jerry Lynn is better than Justin Credible. Okay. That's where I'm at with this match. So fine. They do their roles. They wrestle, but Jerry Lynn is just good. And this is stupid. So I did like 2 3/4 because it's proficient as a match, but it's just not believable to me in any way.
Yeah, I went 3 on it. To me, it felt like every match we've seen Justin Credible have since he won the title. And normally that would be okay, but to Jenny's point, when it's in a match with a guy like Jerry Lynn, like a 3-star match is kind of a disappointment for Jerry Lynn at this point. So it is still fine, and I thought it was real fucking weird that there was no payoff at all to the Heyman thing, like where they say, "Oh, if anybody shows up," like I thought for sure that someone who wasn't affiliated with like the network was going to interfere in this match, just to Jenny's point, to explain away how Jerry Lynn lost this match, and then he just loses clean out of nowhere.
No, I
So
don't.
it's just, it is a good, it's every Just Incredible match we have seen since he won the title. And I think for a guy like Jerry Lynn, that's kind of disappointing. So 3 stars for me. It is technically a good match, but
I liked their stuff like that summer series they had when they debuted.
yeah, no, that was good.
Better.
So that
And
makes
it makes
this even more
sense.
right.
Like
And-
this makes no sense.
And it makes this match stick out more how disappointing it was to me, because those matches were like 3.5, 4 stars, I think, if I remember right. So,
but maybe it's a sign of that hardcore TV could be reestablished a bit here as they start to fade off TNN. I will say, when we first started this, like TNN run, I remember talking to Rocco and I'm thinking, okay, we're going to be like flying through these because they re-air a lot of, but we still haven't reached that point yet. Like we're still getting a lot of unique content on both shows, which is surprising to me. I thought it really became like full recap.
I wonder if that's going to change after that fucking promo. No.
Yeah, well, maybe. We'll see.
Yeah. And who is cowering from Cyrus? Like, because Paul says that.
He is the most. They've given in the most stupid things.
Yeah.
Remember, they were afraid.
Right.
They pulled Tommy out of the match because they're gonna like
The
leave
wrestlers
with the belt. Like, well, it's all been Heyman. They keep capitulating this whole time.
Yeah.
Remember that Joey was gonna, whatever the fuck happened with him.
Yeah,
He thought
Joey definitely bowed
he
out.
didn't want them to get thrown off TV.
Yeah.
So that's the other funny thing too, is he'll call out the network on a fucking promo not 1 week before, but he's afraid of Cyrus. It's
Right.
Yeah, it's almost. I guess this was supposed to be like he's fed up, and I think he was trying to say like we're not going to back down anymore. But he almost made it like everyone else should stop being afraid. It was weird the way he said it, but it should have been like I've been a pussy, and I'm going to stop being a pussy. Now is the time to stand up.
Right.
But the problem is, I don't think they're ready for the angle 10. I don't know. It's a weird spot that they're in.
Yeah.
I think they're in attack mode right now because of the WWF shit going on, and that's why they're going
Probably.
whole hog. Joey's in the nest, talks about the stipulations on the last match, apologizes that this is what wrestling has become. Too much drama and soap opera. It was great to see a world title decided in an old-fashioned wrestling match with world-class athletes. We all get distracted from the wrestling that he's even fallen victim as well. Talking about stipulations, it is wonderful to see somewhere that titles are decided in the ring with clean, classic, fair matches. Joey gets buzzed in his headset and says it isn't even his network. Why do we need to do equal time? Joey says he's always believed it's better to keep quiet than be thought to be a fool, than open your mouth and erase the doubt. Cyrus feels different, so they can patch him through. Cyrus comes in on the phone and rants on Joey's comments about wrestling and says Joey doesn't have to take his notes in a few months. Joey will be taking orders from a real announcer like Jim Ross, and he can learn how to call a match and build believability with the people. Cyrus says Lynn didn't win the world title because he would never have him do it on hardcore TV. With the matches, outcomes are predetermined. He decides who wins and loses. And when Lynn does win, it'll only be on TNN. He'll give Vince McMahon $100 million real soon. And if they lose, it's a work. But when they win, it's a shoot here at the network. Joey rips on Cyrus and storms off. I didn't like this.
No,
it's way too much with the planned outcome stuff. And again, I know what he's trying to say is that like we control the narrative. Like if we want a guy to win, we're going to make him win. Meaning, I think like they'll have him cheat to win, like whatever. But it's too shooty, and like we're risking going off a cliff now.
Yep.
And going too inside because Heyman's getting too personal with TNN, and we saw this back with like the billionaire Ted shit, Matt. Like where they got real personal at the end of those about the FTC trade wars. And it's like at some point it's like okay, and I know this is a very unique fan base that eats this shit up,
right?
And you're doing this on hardcore TV. So again, you're catering to the fans that get it probably the most, like
right.
So okay, and it is a different world, right? Like in 2000, there are a lot of wrestling fans like crazy starved for this kind of stuff at this point.
Mm-hmm.
Like the internet was still fairly new. We just kind of get into broadband. Like you were still desperate for inside rumors and shoot. Like it was still pretty cool to be into this stuff. So I want to keep that caveat in place as we look into it. That's what a lot of wrestling fans, especially the audience that they have left here, was into. So they're catering while also, addressing the problem. But this just felt like a little bit too much. And this has been a lot. It's been a lot of Cyrus. It's been a lot of network since December. So
Yep. Yeah. First of all, normally I'm on Joey's side, but just as an aside, real weird to have him say, "Oh yeah, it was a good old-fashioned wrestling match," in a match that had a table spot, a chair spot,
Yeah.
multiple ref bumps, interferences from Fran.
Well, they're
That was-
clean in ECW now. I guess.
yeah, I guess by comparison, it kind of is. But man, I fucking hate it. It's one of my biggest pet peeves in wrestling is when they do the thing where it's like, "Oh well, it's predetermined." Then why the fuck am I watching? You know, like
Yeah. Again, though, I think he was trying to say
no,
we control we're the puppet masters, like more than like we're booking him to win.
yeah,
I think he was trying to say like, when we want Lynn to win, we'll make sure he wins. Is what they're trying to say.
yeah.
But it is a little wink, wink. Yes.
Right. That was the thing. It's like I don't even think you should do the wink wink type thing, you know? Like we all know it's predetermined. It's a thing we all know, but don't fucking say it on your wrestling show. Like we don't fucking need this. And even if you are catering to them, like okay, that's fine. You can cater to them, but you're supposed to cater to everybody. That's kind of the thing about wrestling, you know? And I know ECW is like a quote unquote more adult wrestling promotion, but I don't know. It just really rubbed me the wrong way, and I kind of fucking hated that. Like to me, it's the worst thing they've done with Cyrus by far, Jenny.
It looks increasingly desperate.
Yeah.
It looks increasingly less cool. Okay. Because there's a way to rebel against the man, the system, the network, and be cool, which is what they've been flirting with most of this time. But the promo with Heyman, all of this shit here at the end, this shit looks desperate and gross.
You're right. Just put on a great show. Be like, you want to kick us off?
Exactly.
We're going down with what we do best.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
that's great wrestling.
You don't
And you're
do
losing.
this.
You're the losers for letting us go.
100%.
You put more blood, you put more guts, you put more fucking violence in your fucking shows. That's what you do. You don't whine and cry like this. This is not hardcore.
Yep.
I don't want to see this. And I know, like, people like seeing the behind the scenes, the smart marks. They want to know what's up. They think it's nice and whatever they think about this, but no, it doesn't help you here. For me, like, it makes you look like a little bitch whining and crying when you can be hardcore. You should just go be hardcore.
And keep this on the internet. Like do hotline bits, do hit pieces on the internet for your diehards, and then and if you're gonna do it, fine, keep it contained to hardcore TV. I think TNN, I agree with you. Just like have flaming tables, have blood, like push the envelope that way.
Yeah.
Go back to what brought you to the dance in the first place.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly. This it hurts me. It hurts me. I don't like it. I don't like it. Oh, it's just, it doesn't feel ECW to me. It feels forced and terrible and backed into a corner and immature. It's not hardcore. I don't like it.
All right. Best match. I went Credible Lynn. I mean, it's kind of by default.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Worst match, Chili Willy and Hamrick.
Yep.
Best moment. I mean, again, there wasn't a ton, and I'm kind of Heyman'd out and Cyrus out, so I went with the circus in the bathroom. Like I did find it pretty funny.
Yeah.
The good at finding these
I'm good with
landscapes.
that.
Most 2000s with the Hamrick bump. That's kind of 90s and 2000s. Rising, Diamond's crew, Doring and Roadkill, Cyrus in general. I mean, he's still good. And Rhino. The Rhino promo was awesome.
Yeah.
Actually, that was probably the best moment.
That was probably.
Yeah.
Stock falling, Hamrick's tailbone, TNN, Lori's cooch.
Oh no, not her gooch.
Her cooch always takes a beating.
Oh my god.
I went 5.5 out of 10. I mean, I still think it was fine. Like, Credible Lynn was still a pretty good world title match. I like the circus. The Rhino promo was awesome.
Yeah, I went 5 on it. I've got 5 on it, you might say.
I'll do 5.5, I suppose.
Like that popular 90s song.
That's right. Yeah, I was alive for that one.
All right, that'll do it for us. Hopefully everyone enjoyed. This is a pretty in-depth episode, but I think we really covered the state of the union across ECW right now and the start as we start the summer of 2000. We'll be back in 2 weeks with another few episodes here to cover. We'll be careening toward our next pay-per-view soon enough. on Heatwave. Be sure to check out everything at North South Connection. Jenny Position Wednesdays. You get a lot of content from her. Matt, you can check out a lot of his stuff over the Backbone Pro Wrestling Podcast Network. And right here on the No So, you can hear me almost every day doing something. Stay extreme. Talk to you in a couple weeks. Don't get canceled.